여러분 안녕, Ashley입니다, and today we are doing a K-pop reading for Lucas from WayV. This video was requested by Jane Smith after my VixMa last week, and yeah, I'm very excited to do it. I don't know much about Lucas other than he's in WayV, obviously. He's also in NCT U and I believe Super M, and he's from China. That's it. That's all that I know. So I'm going into this reading with no bias whatsoever, and I like that. I like not having any outside influence or too much outside knowledge, you know? If you notice, I'm not sitting in front of my dresser today because I'm old and my back likes to remind me of that. So yeah, no hard chairs for me today. So yeah, I'm very excited to do this. Let's get into the video. Alright, I'm excited for this. Also, I don't think I mentioned, there will be a part 2 to this in a couple of days, because Jane also asked for me to look into some of his friends, so I'm gonna do that too, because that'll be fun, and she asked for it. So if you ask for it, most likely I'll do it. So if there's anyone you want to see a reading for, or any reading in general, pick a card, your sign, whatever, let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, time to focus on Lucas. Let's see. Alright. In his current phase, we have this lovely mushroom creature here. A lot of these are in Celtic Irish, and I can't speak that. So this means planning, foresight, illumination from within, temporary retreats. So maybe he's taking some time to plan his next move, you know, get his thoughts together, center himself, and just be like, alright, what do I want and what do I need to do to get what I want or where I want to be, right? Teamwork. 3 of Wands. Teamwork could be overseas opportunities, progress, moving on to the next phase. I mean, he's already had overseas opportunities, right? He came from China and he works in Korea, and I'm pretty sure with Super M, I heard, correct me if I'm wrong, but he came over here, right, to America with Super M and toured or whatever. But yeah, teamwork obviously is something very important, and when you're part of 3 groups, especially one as big as NCT, teamwork is a very integral part of your job. If you can't work well with others, you're probably not going to do well in multiple groups the way Lucas is, right? So obviously he must be really good with others, getting along with people. Me, not so much. That's why I sit alone in my room. Talk to you guys. Anyway. 2 of Cups in reverse, self-love. Could also stand for distrust or disharmony. So maybe he's not happy with something right now. Ooh, yeah. Maybe he's not happy with something right now, and that's why he's taken time out to reflect, to think ahead. Maybe that's causing him to plan a little more. This temporary retreat could be him pulling away from somebody he doesn't trust. Or it could just be him, like I said, also self-love, taking time to take better care of himself, which a lot of idols need to do. SM idols especially. If you don't know, like if you haven't seen my old like reaction videos, I don't care for SM as a label. I don't like the way they treat their people. EXO is a good example of that. Also Jessica from Girls' Generation. Anyway, this is about Lucas. Maybe he's taking time to finally focus on himself and what'll make him happy, you know, while still maintaining his relationships with his group members and actually doing his job and functioning as part of a team, right? Let's see what's in his behind section, excuse me. This means that in his, past, your efforts will be rewarded. You'll get recognition from others outside of your friends and family, which obviously he has if there's people who are total strangers to him requesting tarot card readings, and he's in 3 groups and touring in different countries, and obviously he has received much recognition outside of the home, clearly. Hermit Energy. That's sort of the same as this, right? Which, honestly, since it's in the past area, I mean, we've all kind of had this. I've done many readings where the Hermit has come up for pretty much everybody, because with the whole plague situation, the majority of us weren't allowed to go anywhere, do anything, see anybody. You still can't in a lot of places. But, maybe that helped with him, reflecting, and the self-love and everything that he's currently doing could have come from these forced isolations we all had to do, right? Let's see, what do we got next? All right, 6 of Coins. 6 of Coins is being very generous, or being involved with charity. I don't know if he's involved with charity, because like I said, I don't know, and a lot of people do it anonymously. But especially now, I've seen a lot of celebrities, idols that are helping out, especially with kids, needy kids, to help with their education or meals or whatever. But this symbolizes an equal give and take. So there was something in his life that maybe SM actually gave him a good contract. I don't know. I don't trust them. That's probably going to come apparent in this video. I don't trust them. But yeah, so maybe he, I don't know. Let me know. I looked up pictures of him. He's adorable. He looks like a good person. But maybe that has to do with like his hermity inner reflections, because the Hermit's not just like closing yourself off. It's taking time to get to know yourself. Maybe he's learned to balance what he puts out into the world and versus what he puts back into himself. Could be that. Could go back to that self-love thing. That's what it could be. It's probably what it is. He learned that he needs to maintain a healthy balance, especially since he's part of 3 groups. That's a lot of work and not a lot of personal time. And that's not healthy. Anyway, what's in front of him? Let's see. Ooh. This card says you need to watch when it's upright like this. You need to watch for people trying to take advantage of you, or people who make no effort on their own. Especially when you become somebody well-known, a celebrity, an idol, whatever, you might have that friend that uses your name to benefit themselves when making absolutely no effort to help themselves in any way. Like they want to go to this party or this club or this restaurant and use your name to get in. Oh yeah, well I know, in this case Lucas, whatever. Oh yeah, sure, here you go, let you, no, watch out, no, He's got to watch out for little shady people. Obviously I don't know who. It might not have happened yet, or he might be figuring it out. This dishonesty, distrust, that could be self-love, could be he knows he maybe doesn't have a good feeling about this person. I'm just saying. I don't know. But maybe he should keep an eye out. Keep an eye out for sneaky sneaks. Let's call it sneaky sneaks. Let's see. More of the self-love. More self-love. Intuition. Okay? So, he definitely has to take care of himself overall. Maybe reconnect with himself. Hopefully he used, like, I'm sure, like most people, he had lots of sun and downtime during lockdowns and quarantines and what have you, to focus on what's good for him and what he needs. So he definitely needs to keep doing that, but he also needs to trust his intuition. Trust his intuition. Sneaky sneaks. Okay? Let's see. Let's see. Two of Wands. Two of Wands. Again, it's future planning. Choices, decisions, discovery, making progress. He's going to be making progress. But he has to plan for the future. We had that before too, didn't we? Planning and foresight. Plan for the future while watching out for sneaky sneaks and taking care of yourself, right? I love when readings come together. I really do. But he might have some decisions and choices to make, because twos are always options, crossroads. Which way do you go? He has to make sure the choice he makes is made with self-love, with himself in mind, what's best for him, using his intuition to avoid the sneaky sneaks. Okay? I don't trust these people. I don't trust anybody, but when this comes up, I don't know who you are, but I doubly don't trust you. Alright. Let's see. Let's see. Weaknesses. What weaknesses might he be? That's not the right card. This one. Oh, he got a king. Okay. Kings are kings. They're strong. They're capable. This king is playing chess, which means he's logical. Maybe takes his time to think things through. So, he's probably got to do that. Make sure he's doing that. He might not be doing that. You know, he might not be making clear choices. Again, that comes back to using his intuition. He might just be going for, like, oh, that sounds great, easy, done, good. And then it's a bad decision. Don't make choices like that. Don't think, don't act before you think. Make sure you take time to think it out. That's what he has to do. Because this king specifically means contracts, authority, agreements. You see, he's thinking. He is telling you that you need to make sure that any contract you sign, any agreement you make, is well thought out before you sign anything. Alright? So maybe he does that, and like I said, SM, I don't trust their contracts. If you look at their history, Shinhwa, which is the only group still active that is older than I am, they sued over their contract. Half of EXO has sued over their contract, and the majority of them were Chinese members. I'm just saying, he's Chinese and he works for SM, so maybe he needs to go over his contract. Maybe you didn't read it. I mean, they don't have a good track record when it comes to keeping their artists. I should stop talking shit about SM before they sue me. This is just my opinion, not actual facts. Cover my ass. Yeah. He needs to make sure he's making logical choices, because that could be a weakness, an issue, you know. And that's a lot of us. They'll explain something to you and be like, yeah, that sounds great, sign it, but then there's like clause in section 2 paragraph 3 that you didn't see, and now they own your soul, like Disney. 7 of Pentacles, right? It's investments, sustainable results, long-term views. You've planted the seeds, now you're waiting for it to progress, to develop, to be fruitful, right? Maybe he's not so patient. This again is this patient, logical thinking. Maybe you need to be a little patient, I don't know if he's patient or not. You can let me know how he seems. But, yeah, he needs to maybe make sure he's not rushing into things, right? Thinking things through with the intuition, making the best choices for himself. Don't rush in headstrong. More choices. Two of Swords. Difficult decisions, right? Weighing your options. So he's gonna have a couple of options. Hell, even this two. Two is a two. It's choices. He's gonna have options and choices for things that he needs to really think about. That might end in a good equal give and take situation. But he has to make sure he makes a logical choice and that he's doing it for himself. And it's something that's good for him and going to benefit him in the long run. Not just professionally, but emotionally, creatively, as a person, as an artist. It's got to be a whole picture here, okay? Let's see. Strengths. Let's see. First card in the strength section. He's not using his abilities to their fullest extent. So maybe he hasn't tapped into his full potential yet, and he needs to work on that. Which is likely a lot of us do that. We hold back, or we think we've reached our limit, and we haven't. There's more to us and what we're capable of than we think, right? Like, I am a whole lot of that. I don't think I'm good at nothing. I'm one of those people that think if I can do it, anybody can do it. It's not special. So, and a lot of people think that way. So he's maybe not tapped into his full potential, and when he does, unstoppable, right? Five of Cups. Five of Cups is regrets and disappointments. Pessimism. He could be pessimistic. Again, a lot of people are. If he works on that, or works on accepting things that he has, regrets, disappointments, what have you, it will be a strength for him when you realize those aren't failures. They're stepping stones. They're learning moments. You learned, don't do it this way. Try something else. And that makes you stronger, right? Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords. He's maybe gone through some loss or betrayals. Could be sneaky sneaks. That, again, learning experiences. All of these things, horrible as they are character building. They make you stronger. They can help you be a more understanding person, a well-rounded person, a person with a clear vision, you know, of what you want because you've experienced these things. Okay, well, that didn't work. Let me try something else. Oh, well, I didn't like that. I'm going to do something else. So if he accepts whatever hardships he's had, failures he's had, they'll help him be stronger to achieve whatever goals he has set for himself. Okay? Oh. Obstacles. He got Christmas. Upside down. Christmas. Still Christmas. Christmas upside down is like fear of change, because it comes at the end of the year, right? So things are changing. New Year's are coming, right? When you are in the Yule season. It could also be that he's not moving forward, or he's very lethargic. He could be feeling very comfortable in the space that he's in. So maybe these choices that may or may not have already been presented to him, might make him a little uncomfortable. He might be afraid of trying something new or doing something different. But I think if he gets over that and accepts it, things are going to be great. Like, he's got nothing bad here except for maybe that sneaky sneak, but that's just one little sneaky snake in the group here. Nothing I'd be overly concerned about, because he'll use his intuition and make good choices and maybe avoid it. It's wholly avoidable, this person, wholly avoidable. Next we have, what is this? Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups in reverse. Overactive imagination. Could be a little bit moody, a little bit unrealistic. So maybe he has a lot of ideas going on and that's what his options are. Maybe he's got so much going on up here, his imagination's running wild, especially now in times of plague when we all have a lot of extra time on our hands. So maybe he's overthinking things. Maybe he's coming up with too many ideas at once on things he wants to try or do or whatever, and it's overwhelming him, and it's maybe freaking him out a little bit, right? But let's see. Okay. The Empress in reverse. Creative blocks. Could be a little bit dependent on others. Maybe he's got too many creative ideas and he's bouncing them off of people, and one likes this idea and one likes that idea, and it's too much. And what he needs to do, like I said here, is maybe retreat a little bit, focus on himself, find out what he really wants to do. What one of these overactive imagination thoughts he's had is what speaks to him the most, you know? Let's see. What will help him? Changeling. A changeling in reverse. The changeling indicates that a younger person may be of benefit to you. A younger person may surprise you. Maybe a younger member in one of his groups, you know, or if, I don't know if he's got siblings, if he's got younger siblings or not, or whatever. Maybe talk to them. That'll help. This literally means a younger person will surprise you. So talk to somebody younger than you, because a lot of times they see the world in a different way that you don't, and they'll say something and it'll click and be so obvious. So I think whatever he's got going on in his mind, because he's got two swords. Only two? Yeah. And swords are about thinking and contemplating. So whatever he's thinking about could be this. Yeah, might have some light shed on it by a younger person. Ooh, running away. Let's see what's next. Page of Cups in reverse. Yeah, new ideas. Definitely, I think he needs to get a new perspective, maybe from somebody younger than him. That'll definitely help him a lot, I think. And the moon. You got the moon. Illusions, right? When you get the moon, things are all in shadow. So things might not appear the way you expect them to appear, which could be the changeling, because that's literally what a changeling is. So I think it would help him really, and he'd be pleasantly surprised to actually speak to somebody younger than him and get a good vision from somebody else who maybe sees things a different way. Let's see what the outcome is. Okay. This card is potential, loyalty, hard work, patience. Yeah. Everything's gonna pay off, right? If he's patient. Ace of Wands. And an emerging new idea. It's the Ace of Wands in reverse. So it's an emerging new ideas, but also dissatisfaction. He might have an idea and he's not 100% sold on it, but it could be a good idea, you know? The World. This is his final card. Like literally, the World is before him. It's seeking personal closure when it's in reverse. But, you know, normally it means completion, coming full circle. Like, I think that he's, whatever these options are, whatever's going through his mind, whatever he wants to work on, will be very successful. He's got the world as his last card. He's got the world in front of him. He's got lots of ideas and creative outlets and options and so many things that everything is going to work out great for him. Except for maybe the sneaky sneak. But like I said, one card about that, I'm not worried. I think he's going to spot this person from a mile away as long as he uses his intuition and makes good choices. Like whatever his creative ideas are, right? Whatever his plethora of options are that could come from his ideas, as long as he makes them intelligently with his own self in mind and watches out for people who aren't around him for the right reasons or don't have his best interest at heart, he's gonna come out good. He's got the entire freaking world in front of him, and I think he's going to be very successful. I mean, he already is. He's in 3 freaking groups. How much more successful can you get? Am I right? I'm exhausted just thinking about all the stuff this kid probably does in a day. You know, when we're not infected and restricted. But, yeah. I see all good things for Lucas. Stay tuned in a couple of days for part 2, when I nose around in his friendships. And, yeah. As I said in my intro, if there's anyone you'd like to see me do a reading on, or any reading in general, let me know in the comments down below. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you'd like. My name's in the description box down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.